Who you be?
Where is?
Who you be?
Well, they just call me Pharaoh, but really I can't put a title on what it is.
Okay.
But as an artist
Yeah.
slash wobblist,
Mhm.
that's about it.
So the reason that I have him on the channel is because he was incarcerated, and I know, and I do believe that everyone has a story to share. So he will be sharing his story with us, and we will begin with how it led to him being incarcerated. So,
So basically asking me how or why.
how,
So it's a big difference.
how, not why. Why then you have to go into details like why it led you to that, but like more the environment aspect is where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I can be straight up and honest. I
Mhm.
ain't I ain't an easily influenced person. Everybody
Okay.
like to feel like yes, influence. Sometimes though, a man got mind of your own.
True.
You feel me? And certain situations and certain things will just pressure certain people to do things or
Mhm.
react in
Mhm.
certain ways.
Mhm.
Everybody got a way to react to something.
Yeah.
So at the time, things was rough, things was hard, and some people just like taking the easy way out. And I try the easy way,
Okay.
basically.
Mhm.
And things went good, but you don't know everything is a lesson to learn from still.
True.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, and again, I was stayed for 3 years. Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
Is that your first time, or was that your first time?
No, that wasn't my first time. It wasn't my second time neither, but yeah.
Okay. So okay, we go from there into how it was being incarcerated. Cause when you and I were speaking, I know one thing. We started talking after Irma, and you told me about the living condition that you were in, and it was something that really triggered me because also the schools after Irma, they weren't getting the necessary innovation after it. So government received money, but I was wondering where the money going to. You're not spending it on the schools, you're not spending it on the prisons, and it's a big thing when it comes to humanitarian aspect of things. So if you can provide more details so that people could understand how it was like being in there.
Okay. So basically, what you want me to talk about before the whole experience, right?
Yeah, and then you could talk about how Irma was after, so like the beginning and then Irma,
Okay, so
after Irma.
Point Blank prison, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people do know. Ain't much respect for the prisoners up there. Ain't much
Morning.
blessings. Ain't much people really looking out. And St. Martin everywhere is the same, but the government outside and how India runs. Every time they get a little money, yeah, they just get a little money, they get the money whatever to fix the jail. And this is just before Alma, this is just during Alma. You check the hours, you get money to fix the jail. And for years, the jail looking the same. Crack up walls, roofs leaking, animals scandal. So really it's like, I like to call it like a zoo. A zoo in a circus mixing one. That's what my prison experience is. You check. But yeah, but I think we got cut apart there.
Which part?
That long
That's
stick.
okay.
Okay, good. But yeah, other than that, it's a mess. I ain't gonna lie to you. 'Cause up to today's day, the jail ain't get repaired. When Alma happened, they get money from away, of course, to fix the jail. And what they do? They you know what they do? They went outside of the jail when people like say they pass on a camera or whatever. How the outside of the jail looking? They went paint over outside of the jail to make the place look brand new. So like if you're outside, you will swear they're doing this big work and they're renovating and shit. But when you reach inside, you know it's a whole different situation. You check and we don't really get no love up there in terms of like you say humanitarian. What is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got no humanitarian fucking kind of vibes up there. Everything is just how it is. More was here. However, I think I was out there. We was in there, but with nobody. So to see somebody could have died in the other day, nobody would have known until the next day probably.
You
And that's
find well that experience must have been like traumatizing too. How
how.
you? Go ahead.
Well, for the average person, it would be traumatizing, but I didn't experience so much thing. It was kind of like just a fuck up situation for me. Check.
You experience enough things outside or within?
In life in general,
Oh, okay.
outside and inside.
Okay.
So it was though one of the worst things I ever experienced. Though I ain't gonna lie to you, cause
Irma itself or being incarcerated?
yeah.
Okay.
Myself, I ain't gonna lie. Being Indian,
Mm.
like I could have literally taste seawater from in myself.
For real?
Yeah, you don't look point blank already. All the breeze, all the sea, everything. I
Oh.
was licking salt off of my face.
Wow.
But other than that, it was cool, man.
Cool.
No, I mean cool as in nice, no, but I mean like surviving. I wasn't trying too much. I was more
Mm.
worried about my people's outside because I couldn't hear from them. So
Mm.
that was really the fuck up thing for everybody because you want to know what's going on outside with the people with the jobs. Like that.
So, after it happened, did you guys have contact with your family? Like, how long did it take for you guys to hear, okay, your
After a
people
while, we
doing
get to,
okay?
hey, who get to contact, now I ain't gonna get too detailed in that, but
I die, you know.
yeah, it took a while. Now, the
No,
normal
but
process.
I meant from the prison itself, not that, like they
Okay,
know
okay.
that you
They
have
like
family
giving
out.
us the opportunity to reach out to our parents.
They did.
Why? I can't recall. If they did do so, I can't recall. I sorry, no. I throw like under the box. But I can't remember that happening. And when it did happen, it was when like everything started opening up. Not opening, but everything started freeing up. The phone services were back and all those things. And yeah, it wasn't no visit, none of that going on for sure. So it definitely took a little while to get contact.
I could only imagine how it was for you guys, because for those that was outside, it was traumatizing. So imagine those that were incarcerated. But even for me too, I was in the States and I wasn't hearing from my mom. I wasn't hearing from my family, and it makes you a little worried that you're not hearing from your loved ones. So now that you are, we're only 8 minutes in, man. Now that you are free, well, out.
Outside.
Yeah. But before that, do you believe that they give you the equipment or the tools to like rehabilitation so you could
Up
work
there?
freely? Yeah. Here. Do you think that they prepared you for like
Outside and St.
being
Martin, I ain't
free?
gonna lie, you get a slight opportunity. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna play lazy and I ain't gonna be naive. If you really want to work and you really want to, you're gonna be something because you know what I mean, schools open, colleges over there, all type of shit.
So being incarcerated doesn't
Up there
prevent
now,
you.
well before being incarcerated now in these times kind of preventing you from a lot because before they had the classes going on, schools and all that going on. I know they started back now, but that had shut down for a good while. And thing I know, like if you're up there, like what you gonna do besides occupy yourself? Cause they ain't coming with nothing for you to do.
Wow.
Check if you don't got a job in the jail, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's just like I was saying. In the jail, they want all the illegal inmates to hold all the jobs, all the Spanish man working in the kitchen. All the, I don't want to call the race too much, but everybody else sweeping, doing whatever they gotta do. But when it comes to a local man getting a job, it's always a problem, even in the jail. You check?
But do
So
you think so? You guys are willing to work and you guys are not receiving it? Or?
yeah, a lot of people willing to work and they ain't getting a job. Maybe because they're getting a little problem in the past and the
so
guys
they're holding it
the on
against.
to them. You check?
Okay.
So really and truly, only way you could get
Rehabilitation. Yeah.
up there is if you rehabilitate yourself. Because trust me, they ain't doing nothing for you. If it wasn't for me with my good mind and my reading and my love for studying and researching certain things, I would have come up worse, straight up. So that's just me personally being mature to allow me to, grow mentally.
True. So what program did they have before that
Before
stopped?
you could do your GED, maybe sewing and all them type of things, carpentry, and all them trades and them type of things, music class and them type of things.
Okay.
But right now, again now.
So when did it stop? Along.
It stopped before actually, Check out when I just come up here, nothing wasn't really going on. But they had to kick back up a little thing and then the storm come, everything just ended up. So me and the start back now. They was talking about starting back before I leave the jail.
Okay.
I ain't know this.
Okay. So now that you're free, tell the people them what you have ongoing, because I know you. Let me let you say that. The smoothie business.
Yeah,
Let's
right
go.
now I got my little natural shakes and juices.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And what I want to say is, what separates my shakes and my things from most people is, I actually sit down in jail and study health, the body, study ancient herbs and things. Like, you will have to go far to find these things. So I really dedicate my time and I just put all these things into my smoothie so you can get the benefits and all the minerals the body needed. And that's what really separates me when it comes to smoothies and shit.
Okay.
Real health with taste. And another thing I'm doing is my music, of course. If you know me and you know me, I love my music. So basically, I want to build and expand on that. So taking a trip will be an option real soon.
Okay.
Basically, that's it. I got other plans, but I can't tell you everything. You don't know.
You gotta keep some stuff on a hush.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay. Looking at your experience, right? And you know, we have a lot of youth. I like to reach out to the youth and speak some wisdom into them because a lot of them, a lot of times they just look up, they just get themselves into stuff. And I feel like when you go through certain things, it's for you, it can help, your story can help prevent others from going
I just
through.
feel like that too, no?
Yeah.
You feel me? Okay, but most I could do is give you some tips and guide you the
Let,
right way
let
because
we hear the tips.
at the end of the day, if you want change, that's really up to you. Only you can make yourself do that. You feel me? But basically, what I could tell you, especially to all the youngins in the streets, you know, a lot of haters watch this thing and feel like it's sweeter, it's nicer, it's okay. You know what I mean? But really and truly, ain't nothing nice about this. You will lose a lot of friends.
What was this?
This life, this game, this street life.
Okay.
Ain't nothing cool about it. And me personally, if I could have changed certain things, I probably would. Not saying I would have taken a complete different path, but a lot of things I live today, like, I kind of. But anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is, just do you, focus on you, take care of your people, like, that's what mostly matters. The streets ain't what you see. The mission is the purpose, the mission and the goal is to get out of the streets, not in it. When we young, everybody young, we want to be in this thing, yeah. And most of us are turned to the streets because we don't got a father figure.
True.
That's where it's going wrong. Once
True.
your father in there, you're going to look for the next, you know, and mostly to be the streets.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people got to understand a father is important. But not because your father in there, I mean, you got to fuck up the place. You know, for me, you know what I mean? Everything, yeah, you want to rob, you want to do whatever, yeah. At the end of the day, if you get hold, where you want to get on a rob, you ain't going to add up to the time where you get it.
True.
Take it from me.
True.
Check so. That is where you just do your thing, right? Stay out of trouble, stay out of the way, build up yourself. You feel me? I ain't gonna act like I got it all figured out and like 100% out of the streets, but I just avoid a lot of stupidness and I realize a lot of things ain't really work. Check what I get deal with, but other than that, just stay out of the way.
So,
That's my advice.
taking from what you're saying now is having a good mentor is important, like somebody positive that you can look up to, especially when you don't have that father figure. You know, because sometimes you just have the father in the house too, but you know, it's not, you don't have that relationship. It's not something that you could really look up to. So finding a positive person, a positive role model is very key in your upbringing. And my last question before we wrap this up is, if you knew then what you know now, what would you change? Or, you know, looking back,
That's a crazy question.
that's a hard question too.
Yeah, but you know what? I would change certain decisions, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't change too much because what?
They make
I
you the
thank-
person that you
yeah,
are today.
exactly. I
Yeah.
thankful for every situation. You know what I mean? I learn things. At my lowest is where there's learn the most things in life. That's my notice. And that's just how life is working. Life going through things that you just so you can overcome it. If you fear something, you will get presented in a situation where you can overcome your fear. That's just like, you feel me? So I ain't going to say I would have changed too much because I'm glad for who I is today. I'm thankful for who I is. Yeah, I wouldn't change nothing.
Nothing? You wouldn't change nothing?
I don't want to change it really. Why would change? I would like to. Why would change is kind of irrelevant shit. So I wouldn't really change nothing.
What's so irrelevant? Let me hear this
Change
one.
like who the girls ever fucking in my past. You know, shit like that. Yeah, somehow I guess we get fucking.
Wow, what are you doing this, man?
Nah, man, we good, man. But
But
other than that, maybe certain harsh decisions I make too or make me end up losing a lot of years of my life. Yeah, probably that too.
Okay.
Other
Okay.
than that, I'm thankful,
All
grateful.
right. All right. All right. So, anything else you would like to add before we end today's video?
Yeah, I check it, don't disrespect it. That's about it. Yeah, but that's it. You don't know. I enjoyed it.
All right, so I do want to thank you for joining us, well, joining me on this channel. You know, this is my first time and I love having conversations. So thank you for the advice that you have
You don't
for
know
the
what's up.
youths. So this is someone speaking from experience. He ain't just talking out of his, you know.
Yeah, experience for sure.
Yeah, so don't get too caught up in the streets and find a positive role model, you know, make positive decisions because sometimes one bad decision can lead you astray and you might end up having to pay for it in a sense in a
Definitely.
longer run.
And you
So,
might not be as lucky as me neither, yeah?
yeah. So,
So, yeah.
all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Bad man don't shimmy, but you going shimmy.
Aye!
Uh, all right. Have a good and a wonderful day. Bye.
Don't know.
Hey guys, so I wanted to add to the video after thinking about basically reflecting on the interview. There's certain things that I want that's important for me to highlight is the fact that I didn't go in depth into the reason why he was incarcerated because honestly it doesn't really matter. What I really wanted to highlight was the fact that after his experience he is choosing a new path. He is working on, you know, becoming a better version of himself. And I am a person, I do believe that everyone has a story and your story is meant to be shared because you don't know who is out here listening and how your story can impact someone else's life. And truly, I'm honored that he was so willing to do this interview with me because when I asked him, he he didn't flinch. He wasn't like he didn't hesitate. He was like, okay, cool, no problem. I haven't done it before, but I'm willing to do this with you. And whenever someone shares their story with you, it's an honor because they don't have to, and it's them being vulnerable. He has his business up going. I'm going to post it after this, and if you guys are interested in, you know, reaching out to him and also supporting him, I think that would be very great. You know, a very nice way to support a young man that is trying to do better. He's out here like literally working to become a better version of himself. So it doesn't take much to, you know, support one another. So I'm going to post it. I bought his smoothies and it is the bomb. It is filling, you know. And yes, so I thank you again, Pharaoh, for doing this with me. I thank you guys for watching this video and continue on your journey. I know it's not easy. It takes work. It doesn't happen one, two, three, but it takes work. Sometimes you don't even feel like doing it. Sometimes it's easy for you to fall back to what you're used to. Not just you, him specifically, but people in general. But it's your mindset and what you're willing to do and the goal that you have before you. So setting a goal and knowing your why is very important. So I just want to encourage you and anyone out there that is trying to turn a new leaf within their life, you know, keep pushing. It is worth it. You are worth it, and yeah, keep doing your best, you know. So thank you guys for watching this video. I pray that God will continue to, you know, that I continue to have encounters with people that are willing to share their story because again everyone has a story to tell and you don't know who you are able to bless with your story. You don't know who is going through what you are going through or even thinking about doing what you've been through. So don't keep it to yourself, man. You know, if you are willing, hit me up and we can definitely do something. We can definitely share your story. I am open. I'm open to anyone that is willing to share. And yeah, so let me know. So again, thank you guys for watching today's video. I will see you again next time. Bye.